Yo, it's Kalla the Yapper. Or rather, KallaTheUnc. Because your boy is an uncle now. I got a baby niece now. Amen. Hallelujah. New life bred into the world. Praise God. Anyway, hey, enough of that. So, this is KallaTheUnc. Until, I feel like changing my name back. I'm about to do a reaction to Zome's video addressing the racism allegations. I have not seen any evidence to suggest that Zome is racist at all. Right? Because one, I had to avoid looking at anything spoiling this for me, so that I can come into this open-minded. Now, I'm gonna say this right here before we start. One, of course, I will give a unbiased take when it is need to be given regarding this evidence, because there could be things that people see and it's like, okay, that you can perceive that as racist if you want to interpret it as such, right? And so on and so forth, right? Another thing that's worth mentioning before we start this is that we live in the era now that anything someone says can be deemed as racist. People are out here deeming anyone who agrees with the deporting illegal immigrants as racist because you agree with that. That's not racism. It's called following the law. People deem, the crime statistics when it comes down to black Americans committing more crime than white Americans, disproportionately, per capita, which I should say this right now, I finally understood what per capita meant after so long, because I kept hearing per capita, but I never understood what exactly did it mean. Now I do, because someone provided a really good example. Not someone related to my conversation or whatever, but because I was watching a content creator who broke down what it meant by giving an example, which is basically, let's say 9 white Americans commit a crime, right? No, let's say there's 9 white Americans, 1 black American. Out of all 9 white Americans, only 5 crimes are committed, but that 1 black American has committed 5 crimes, meaning the black American by themselves has 5 crimes underneath their belt, which has been proven to be true, especially with the most recent crimes that's been happening. If anyone know about the whole unfortunate loss of life of that lady on that train in Charlotte, where she got stabbed, then you know what I'm talking about. Homeboy has so many crimes underneath his belt, but the judge refused to send his ass to jail for his crimes. Prime example, and people deem anyone racist for calling that stuff out, which is facts of the statistics. You get the point I'm making, right? So just to boil down my point is basically we live in an era where people deem anything as racist. It's by individuals who claim to be, I'm not racist, but they end up being the most racist individuals. Case in point, St. Tontas, because I've heard what the crap he said about his own friend, Glaive Keo, who's Indonesian, and he made this goofy made the claim that Glaive is dumb and stupid because he's Indonesian. Apparently something like that. I'm not too sure. So we're gonna watch this video, but first, before we watch Zome's video, we're going to check out at least the first 6 minutes of this reaction by VXV Fiction, because about honest to God, the first 5 to 6. Hold up, my apologies. That's my alarm. Excuse that. But anyway, back to the point. The first 5 to 6 minutes of this video already tell me the type of BS people are on. The goalpost shift to sit here and claim that the original argument, or rather, people have, thanks to St. Tontas, the original argument is no longer be talking about, and now we're talking about, this dude's on being racist, which more than likely probably ain't true, and people are just extrapolating shit to say that he's racist. But anyway, let's play a little bit of this. I want to show y'all what exactly I'm talking about with this. So let's go ahead and get this started.
I guess he just keeps on giving, huh? So there I was gonna head to bed, man. You see me sitting down, I was playing some Mortal Kombat X, and sometimes I start missing my combos. And that's when I know when I just have to go to sleep, all right? Like I can't lock in anymore. And so I was gonna put something on, because I like to put some form of entertainment, whether I watch a series, typically rewatch, or watch a YouTube video as I like to go to bed, all right? I hate to go into bed after doing something too stimulating, like playing a competitive video game. And so
I get that. Because I can't go to sleep unless I put my damn phone down, like deadass. I have to take my earphones out and put my phone down, leave it to the side, and just turn it face the wall. I need abundance of darkness staring back at me so that I can fall asleep. So I can get what he's getting down, because sometimes I gotta fall asleep watching a video.
I pop open YouTube, and all I see is this. You are embarrassing from Zome. Please watch the full video. We did watch the entire video. Uh, we're just gonna see what the update is because Saint did make a strong argument that there's some racism going on when it comes to Zome. Now, is Zome racist his damn self, or is he just giving a space for racists to just run rampant in his server? Obviously, he is giving the space for racists to run rampant in the server. That's confirmed. But is he racist his damn self? Well, I'm not sure. And to be honest with you, I'm quite amazed at how we just went from enjoying particular video games and sharing this passion to all of a sudden try to cancel someone's bread and now calling someone out being a racist. Like this escalated.
Yeah, it escalated because this cornball tried to pivot the argument from valid criticism about AI usage. And let me go ahead and say this right now. I think I'm going to make a separate video talking about the dishonesty of these gotcha CCs and how they pivoted the argument, and including these niggas in the comment section pivoting the argument from, because they think that Zome's original video and claim and argument was solely about, oh, just using AI in general. So now niggas are BSing the argument to be like, oh, so you must hate people. So you are a hypocrite because you use AI for translating from one language to another. That was not the argument. The argument was not about using AI to translate from one language to another. That was not the argument. The core original argument of this whole thing was using AI to generate your entire video script, and if not, for the entire content that you make here on YouTube. That was the point. I even showed a clip from Charlie, aka Penguin Zero, talking about the reason why people have an issue with AI content that has no type of human behind it at all, or barely any human behind it, making content on YouTube and making money off of it. Y'all saw the clip. If I need to, I'll link Charlie's video in the description of this video again, so that you can so that you can get the context and understand why it is people have an issue with AI content on YouTube. That was the original argument. It was not about using AI to translate from one language to another, because that's so dishonest that I'm seeing people all across this gotcha space, in particular from certain channels, be like, oh, y'all are nitpicking because oh, you complain about AI being used, but you don't have a problem with the fact that Hoyoverse has used AI to translate the Fate Collab whatever, from English to French or French to English or whatever. Like, because I know Ferris made that community post. First and foremost, I'm gonna say this right now. I did not hear anything about that thing at all. But even then, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about here in relation to AI generated content, all the way down to the basis of the script and prompts that you put in to generate the script. I'm gonna watch Glaive Keel's video after this, obviously. After this reaction, obviously, so that I can see what argument he makes to defend himself for why it is that he is or isn't using AI for his content. But anyway, you understand what I'm saying, right? People have goalpost shifted this argument to be like, oh, this was the argument when it really wasn't. And it's so dishonest. Anyway, let's continue watching the rest of this.
Very quickly, and I want you guys to remember that the thing we have in common is our love for the anime culture, and through that, these anime-based games that happen to be very predatory and are low-key slot machines. So,
I mean, that's cool and all, but the core focus and argument that was made was about the use of AI to make AI-generated content all the way down to the script. That was the original argument. No one's out here complaining about... Everyone knows about the freaking gotcha space and the predatory nature of it all. At this point, no one cares, because we all know what the deal is. We all signed the waiver. We know what we signed up for at this point. It's been 5 years since Genshin came out. And every other gacha that's coming out, everyone is well informed and know what the deal with when it comes down to gacha. No one's over here talking about gacha right now. We're talking about content made by YouTubers.
I want you to keep that in mind as we proceed, guys. So let's watch this. Just make sure everything is good. Yeah, I think we're set. And yeah, let's see, man. Let's see.
We're only gonna watch like the first 5 to 6 minutes. If I push it to 7 minutes, it's because there's something else interesting he said that I'm gonna argue back on, and then we're gonna watch Zome's reaction. Zome's video.
Development. We have 1.5, yeah, 1.2.5. Sorry, Zome, you're a little too slow for me with my ADHD, man.
Personally, I'm tired of hearing people talking about I have ADHD. Because now it's starting to sound like an excuse. Or rather, it's been starting sounding like an excuse that niggas use to be like, oh, I'm not going to engage in your content in good faith, so I'm going to speed rush through it. My guy, if you were so sleepy, you should have went to bed and be like, you know what? Let me react to this in the morning. Like, moi, right here. Today is Friday. I said I was going to react to this during the weekend. Since I took Friday off, which is today, December 19th, guess what? I'm doing a reaction now. And it's 4:01 in the afternoon. It was a necessity that I go to bed first before I even did a reaction to this. And I'm glad I decided to wait to do my reactions because there's so much stuff that's been pumping out of these content creators that I'm like, yeah, this is BS. The campaign to try to stomp this nigga Zome out is crazy. Over a claim of accusation of racism that realistically, more than likely, he didn't do. But we're going to watch Zome's reaction and we're going to see when we get to that. So let's continue.
Sometimes you do like to ramble, though. This is 18 minutes long, so I guess we're going to have to go through a lot of receipts. All right, here we go.
Let me start this video off by telling you that the amount of mental gymnastics you had to go through to somehow paint me as racist is absolutely embarrassing, and it is beyond pathetic.
Oh, that's we're starting off strong, huh? Now you gotta understand, Saint John.
Of course, he's starting off strong, rightfully so. Someone is accusing him of racism, which being a racist in this modern day and time is deemed as equivalent to being the damn devil. So rightfully so that he is hard pressed on it. It's equivalent when people sit here and try to make the claim of, oh, you're transphobic, oh, you're homophobic, this, that, and the third. Like, yeah, or you're a Nazi. Common phrases used all the freaking time to this point that these words have become buzzwords. These words hold no more weight anymore because people have used them incorrectly over the past 5 years, since 2020 till now. And if you want to push it further back, we can say 2016 till now. Or 2014, 2013. You get the point. These words have become buzzwords. They don't even matter anymore because niggas aren't using these words properly.
Sanchez does have a nice ability that if he decides to paint you as something, he's pretty good at that. I think if I remember correctly, I could be pulling a grandpa, but St. Sanchez made the argument that if you are allowing racists to run rampant in your Discord server, which basically represents you, by proxy, you're technically racist. I think that's kind of what he was trying to allude to, but I didn't see anything of Zome himself being racist.
I'm gonna say this right now. That's such a bullshit argument. The reason I say this is a bullshit argument is because, one, these niggas don't keep that same energy when it comes down to the comment section underneath YouTube videos. The amount of times I've seen these gotcha CCs be like, oh, the comments in my comment section don't represent me as a person. AKA Saint Tontas for prime example. Saint Tontas attacking Brand online because Brand gave valid criticism to Glaive Keo for spreading misinformation. Guess what? That nigga would sit here and be like, try to play the argument of, oh, well, the people in my comment section don't reflect who I am. When it's like, no, they actually effing do. But because that's not the argument you want to play, because hold up, let me correct myself. There is truth in saying that no, not everyone in my comment section is a reflection of me or things of that nature, right? Or representative of me, right? Because, for example, there was someone in my comment section that said that Glaive Keo is equivalent to Jeffrey Epstein. And I was like, that's cool and all. Granted, I didn't reply to the comment. I left a heart on the comment simply to show that, yo, I saw your comment. That's why you leave hearts on for people's comments, right? I do that a lot for everybody. But that doesn't reflect any of my own personal views of Glaive Keo over using AI or spreading misinformation, right? But somebody would try to make the claim that, oh, that represents you as an individual based off what people are saying in my comment section, which isn't entirely true in the slightest. If it's not on base to what I'm talking about, then no, it doesn't represent exactly what I'm talking about. People are just expressing their distaste for said individual, and that's fine. They can do that. But that doesn't mean that represents me. It's a bullshit argument. And to sit there and then be like, oh, well, because people are saying this in your Discord, and your Discord is yours, that means it reflects you as an individual. Like, no, it doesn't. If y'all don't even apply that same logic to comment sections, but you're going to apply it to Discord, no, that's BS. To the nth degree, it's BS. It doesn't even line up properly. If you're not going to keep it consistent with one thing when it comes down to the comment section, don't try to sit there and play the argument when it comes down to Discord channels or the Discord as a whole. Like, no.
But it's not a good look for Zome either way. The fact that you...
True. It's not a good look, obviously. That you have people saying whatever racist things, which, mind you, I haven't even seen what these racist things are yet, which is why we're going to get to that when we get to that. Hopefully, Zome provides said evidence in his video so that I can see firsthand for myself what exactly these racist comments were.
That you allowed that to happen in the first place, it's not a good look for you.
Allowed it to happen. What do we mean by allowed it to happen? Oh, people said something racist about Glaive or where he's from or whatever. Personally, like if somebody says something racist about someone in my Discord, I'm not sure whether or not if I would ban them. Right? Because I'm an advocate for free speech. That's why I am. I'm an advocate for free speech. It don't matter what it is. It can be someone, if you're distasteful of someone because of XYZ reason. Right? I'm all about my free speech over here. You know, because I'm an American and I care about free speech. So I'm not entirely sure whether or not if I would ban someone over saying something racist. Because then I have to sit there and wonder, okay, is this actual racism or are you just joking? Right? Because people blow everything out of proportion to say that it's racist when in reality it's not racist. As I explained earlier. At this point, even jokes are deemed as racist. Or sexist, homophobic, and all this other bullshit.
For you, buddy. So anyway, let's see what he has to say against that particular argument.
Saint, let me just tell you one thing right off the bat. You might be able to play this game of spreading misinformation.
Wait, we can use Neuvillette and Mavuika in the same team? I did not know we could do that. Wow, Genshin did evolve. You know what? I'm really down for this team.
And yeah, maybe if you kept up with the game, you would know. But you said you were tired of gacha games from that last video you made about, what, 2 months ago? At least from what I saw on your channel. I haven't watched that at all. I didn't even, like, VSV kind of fell off my radar. Because I guess he kind of fell off the radar. Oh, wow. Which was kind of surprising. I thought he was going to, like, be someone that stick around a little longer. But, you know, life does that, right?
This team. I really like what I see here.
With others, but you will not be able to do that shit with me. Now, this video will be split into 2 parts. The first part will be in regards to his second video about me, and the second part of this video will be in regards to his first reaction about me, and I will disprove all of the things he said, all his claims about me. I will disprove all of these things, and I will make sure everybody gets to see the full truth. I beg you guys, just please, before you comment, watch the full video. I beg you.
All right, you got it. Hey, you got me. Shit. I know racist is a huge claim. I would love nothing more than for Saint Sanchez to be wrong. I would love nothing more. But so far, considering what we've seen, even if you're not racist yourself, you're being somewhat of a tool that allows those people to be racist. So you're racist by proxy. I hope
that argument makes no fucking sense. Racist by proxy? So you're going to deem someone racist because of other people's actions. Not because of their own actions, but because of the actions of others? Does that make any sense to y'all? Oh, imagine this. This person committed a crime. So now this person, because of this person committing the crime, now it equates to me committing a crime. Like, no, I didn't commit that crime. Obviously not. That's not how this works. Like, what? Or better yet, how about this? Somebody said X thing, which was, oh, you're a piece of shit. Or that person's a piece of shit, right? And then, because that person's a part of your friend group and said that person's a piece of shit, now, because they're part of your friend group, that means you also believe that person's a piece of shit. It's like, no, that's not how I personally feel about that individual at all. So, no. If one person in my friend group thinks that this person's a piece of shit, but I don't, then that person doesn't reflect me. They reflect themselves and their own person. They don't reflect me as an individual. Like, no, that's not how that works.
I hope I'm making some sense. It's like seeing evil happen and you having the ability to stop it and you don't. You kind of evil yourself. You're a less...
At this point, racism doesn't even feel evil anymore. At this point, racism is a buzzword. I don't even take racism seriously anymore because of how in abundance people have misused it and miscategorized things as racist. At this point, racism means nothing. To me, this whole racism being evil, at this point, it's fucking dead at this point. Don't nobody give a shit. The only people who give a shit are snowflakes who want to view every damn thing as racist. Like, come on, my nigga.
Lesser evil, but you do fit the term evil. All right, I know. It shouldn't be like that, but it is.
I'll added, would you mind explaining that meme right there? Isn't that literally a 9/11 meme? I hope you are aware of the fact that the people in this meme, the people that this meme is about, died in a horrific incident. I hope you are aware of that, because what you're doing right now is very disrespectful towards all the people who died during 9/11.
Wait, what? What? Where did that come from? I remember seeing it in the Saint Tontas video, but is that like a clip you can play in his stream, or is it the editor? It could be the editor. There's a good chance it's the editor. I seriously doubt Saint Tontas would just have it. I know Saint 99% chance he doesn't edit himself. 99. It could be that 1% chance where he edited that in himself. Who knows? But I don't think so. I think it's just the editor, or it could be a random clip. Could be a inside the Saint Tontas community meme. Could be.
That's an excuse. No. You're not about to sit here and claim that Zome is racist because of the things other people have said in his Discord, not he himself. You're going to sit here and say that he's racist because of that. But when it comes down to Saint Tontas having a meme of 9/11 of someone, a Muslim man in this anime art style. Hold up.
A random clip.
Hold up. Hold up. Let's go back to it real quick. Because this is stupid.
I remember
The people who died.
Let's go back.
In a horrific 11 meme.
like
Hopefully.
what it is. Fit the term. You don't
Hold up. Did he play it earlier?
yourself more, but
All his claims about. I beg you guys,
Okay.
just
Hold on,
please,
hold on.
before
We
you
about to-
comment, watch the full video.
Hold
I
up.
beg you.
Hopefully it shows.
You got it. Hey, you got me. Shit. Thing more consider of this is by you having the evil shouldn't be
Hold up.
An 11 meme. I hope you.
it is
I'll wear.
term evil.
Hold up.
I know.
Hold up.
It should.
Hopefully
be
it shows right here.
It is.
I'll wear at it. Would you mind?
Okay, so it doesn't show the full clip. But for those who've seen this clip with this edit in Saint Tontas' video, bro, it is a Muslim man, of Muslim descent, I would have to assume, sitting here doing some chainsaw man demon summoning hand gesture to summon a plane to crash into the Twin Towers. That's what this meme clip edit is, right? You cannot sit here and make the argument that Zoma is racist by proxy because of whatever people said in his Discord channel or his Discord as a whole, right? But simultaneously, you're going to let Saint Tontas slide with this because his editor probably put this in without Saint Tontas knowing? We're going to let that slide? Excuse you? What? No, we're not. Hell no. This is blatant double standard. If you're gonna deem someone racism because of what someone else said in their what somebody else said in their Discord, then by proxy, we have to assume that the person who put this edit here is racist and disrespectful to the tragedy of this event. And because someone could also make their argument that this is racist towards Muslims because of the people viewing all Muslims as terrorists. Someone can make that argument too. So the editor by proxy is a piece of crap and racist for including this meme in Saint Tontas' video. Right? We can make that argument since by proxy, he allowed his editor to put this into his video. And what point was it to have this in the video? I'm curious. What was the point of putting this here? This is unrelated as a whole. If we're not making dark humor jokes, then this freaking edit doesn't need to be here because that's not what we're here to talk about, right? This man is racist and disrespectful about the 9/11 event by proxy of his editor putting this here. If we're playing that same argument, if we're playing this argument for Zome, the same must apply across the board. It cannot be this whole, we're just going to apply it to Zome, but we're not going to apply it to Saint Tontas. Screw that nonsense. No, we're not doing that. This is one of the issues I had with this video when I first took a look at it a little bit before I decided, I'm going to add this to my reaction before we get to the Zone video.
Would you mind explaining that meme right there? Isn't that literally a 9/11 meme? I hope you are aware of the fact that the people in this meme, the people that this meme is about, died in a horrific incident. I hope you are aware of that because what you're doing right now is very disrespectful towards all the people who died during 9/11.
Wait, what? Where did that come from? I remember seeing it in the Saint Tontas video.
The fact that VXV Fiction is going to sit here and make up excuses for this nigga Saint Tontas to sit here and try to sidestep it. Maybe he's sleepy. Maybe he's feeling a little tired. Maybe his brain ain't fully working. Because when you're tired, your brain ain't fully working, right? That's fine, right? But that's me giving too much benefit of the doubt. We know what the freak this conversation is about, so let's keep it a beanstack. To sit here and try to play defense for this, to be like, oh, well, his editor probably threw it in there without him knowing. Shouldn't the content creator know what exactly their editor is putting into their videos before they post it? Especially if you're paying this person to edit your videos. Shouldn't you be watching your own videos from top to bottom just to see how the edit looks? Just to make sure the edit is good and dandy? If you got so much time to be sitting here making YouTube content, on the regular basis. You got time to stream for hours on end. You got time to watch your video that your editor edited from top to bottom to see if there's anything that you like or something that you don't like about the edits. Why are we giving excuses for this? I would love to know, VXV Fiction, why are we giving excuses for this? This man's a grown-ass adult. He should be able to see this content for himself, his own edited content, to know whether or not he should go through with posting said video, at least with the edits it has in it. Whether he's good with the edits or not, for political reasons, personal reasons, or what have you. Hold up.
I know saying 99% chance he doesn't edit himself. 99. It could be that 1% chance where he edited that in himself. Who knows? But I don't think so. I think it's just the editor, or it could be a random clip. Could be a inside the Saint Tontas community meme.
All these excuses, but we're not going to apply the same amount of excuses for Zome, but we're going to say Zome is enabling racism. But then in the same breath, we're going to be like, oh, well, this is fine that Glaive is Saint Tontas has this in his video, despite the fact you can make the same argument that Saint Tontas is enabling someone to put in a dark humor joke about 9/11 in his video. That, shoot, probably not even a dark humor joke, or probably wasn't even done for the sake of jokes and giggles, for dark humor. And probably was just put that in there because, oh, they supported the terrorist attack of 9/11. Who knows? We don't know. We don't truly know the reason, right? But we can speculate, right? Just as much we can sit here and speculate that everyone in Zome's Discord is being racist and they're by proxy because it's in his Discord. That means Zome is racist by proxy. Same applies to Saint. Saint must have supported the freaking terrorist attack of 9/11 because his editor put it in his video. So by proxy, Saint must support terrorism, right? Also, I know Foxhole made a video. I probably will react to that video as well, so that, you know, further context.
Could be.
But what about that one? How are you going to...
Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get into Zome's actual video and, you know, get this day rolling. Shall we?
Let me start this video off by telling you that the amount of mental gymnastics you had to go through to somehow paint me as racist is absolutely embarrassing, and it is beyond pathetic. Saint, let me just tell you one thing right off the bat. You might be able to play this game of spreading misinformation with others, but you will not be able to do that shit with me. Now
I'm gonna say this right now as well, because I don't think I said this at the beginning of the reaction, because I know we're a little deep into this reaction, right? Zome, because I told Zome I was gonna react to this video. I told him I would. Zome, I'm gonna say this right now. Stand 10 toes on your business. Don't let these niggas force you to bend the knee over something you did not do. Or allow for them to get away with accusing you of a crime, or not even a crime, accusing you of being this vile person who supports racism with no valid proof. Do not let these niggas slide with this. Because too many times we've seen this, in particular, we've seen this too many times, culturally and politically, happen since 2020 till now, if not further back than that. Do not let these niggas slide with this. Ever. The amount of content creators from the Gotcha GDD2, he made a video about it. The Nigerian Perspective apparently made a video about it as well. Captain, I don't know if Captain made a video about it. I know she made a reaction to the accusation that Glaive was using AI, but I haven't seen anything else beyond that. But you get the point. We're steamrolling here. So many people out here trying to, you know, slap you to the floor to try to deem you as a racist or claim that you're a racist. Don't even let these niggas slide with it. Ever.
This video will be split into two parts. The first part will be in regards to his second video about me, and the second part of this video will be in regards to his first...
What's so crazy is, right, these same content creators can make the claim about someone being Christian and being like, oh, you're homophobic, transphobic, and all these other things, right? Which technically wouldn't be wrong, because by Christian doctrine, yeah, we do not support homosexuality in the slightest, or pedophilia, or transgenderism, and so on and so forth, for of these things that's related to LGBT. Now, of course, pedophilia doesn't, you know, is not solely LGBT exclusive thing, right? But the fact that they tried to introduce like minor attracted persons at one time, a couple years back, was fucking crazy. I'm not sure if the group as a whole agreed with that, but like the fact that people were like letting it slide was kind of wild to me. I was like, y'all are turning into something that y'all shouldn't be. But anyway, You get the point I'm making here. Don't let these niggas slide with this. Also, oh my goodness, I just remembered. Somebody tried to imply that I was racist and xenophobic towards Glaive Keo because of what I said in my reaction. And it's like, one, I never mentioned Glaive Keo, whose race in any way, shape, or form in my reaction. And on top of that, no, I'm not xenophobic because I didn't mention his homeland in which he came from, or nation or country he came from, for why it is he has bad grammar, or for why it is he chose not to write his script by himself without using AI, because I know English, from what everyone's playing defense for him, is saying that English is not his first language. And I told them, well, guess what? English is my first language, and peep game, I have grammar mistakes all the time when I write my scripts. Even when I look back at my old scripts I've written, so many grammar mistakes. So many words that could have been placed here, but I didn't place it here. And English, again, is my first language. So, by proxy, someone is being xenophobic and racist toward me, a black American man, because guess what? Apparently, my grammar isn't good. So, they're being racist and xenophobic towards me because my grammar isn't good because I'm black, apparently. By that same by the same logic, by they're playing by to defend Glaive Keo. Right? It's so stupid.
His first reaction about me, and I will disprove all of the things he said, all his claims about me. I will disprove all of these things, and I will make sure everybody gets to see the full truth. I beg you guys, just please, before you comment, watch the full video. I beg you. Oh, and while we're at it, would you mind explaining that meme right there? Isn't that literally a 9/11 meme? I hope you are aware of the fact that the people in this meme, the people that this meme is...
Oh, also, apparently, from what I understand, I think Foxhole mentioned it in his most recent video that he made about a segment about St. Tontas. Apparently, St. Tontas agrees with Hassan Piker on his takes or whatever, some crap. If that turns out to be true, I will look at St. Tontas with even more of a side eye. Because now, I have to look at him from beyond just gotcha content at that point. Sorry, it's just going to have to be what it is. Because Hassan Piker is a vile individual who plays victim while simultaneously supporting terrorists. And I don't F with that in the slightest. Sorry, I just don't. No. Anyway, let's get back into it.
Is about died in a horrific incident. I hope you are aware of that, because what you're doing right now is very disrespectful towards all the people who died during 9/11. Wait, but what about that one? How are you gonna explain this?
Up to you. He just gave up. I don't know what this channel is about anymore. I don't even know what this channel is about anymore. Fuck it. I cannot find the other video that he made about me. Yeah, and I'm the one.
So, we have Saint here making fun of Mr. Pokey's accent. Are we not gonna deem that as racism? Are we serious right now? I know of course Zome isn't making that argument. But the people who are sitting here defending Glaive Keo and St. Tontas and all these other niggas trying to dogpile Zome, y'all not gonna deem this as racist? What? Homeboy is blatantly making fun of his accent. And this is not coming from a place of, oh, he's joking with Mr. Pokey. Mr. Pokey and him don't get along at all. So this is malicious. This is not, oh, this is jokey banter between friends. This is malicious. Are we not deeming this as racist? Oh, but we're gonna let it slide because it's St. Tontas. Get the F out of here, bro. I swear I'm tired of these niggas.
This channel is about anymore. Fuck it. I cannot find the other video that he made about me. Yeah, and I'm the one with the ego.
Ooh, you cooked me, Mr. Pokey.
Damn, I cooked St. Tontas.
St. Tontas got the biggest load of ego I've seen in this gotcha space. And it's truly laughable how much he props himself up as some important figure in the gotcha space. Or that, oh, I'm needed in the gotcha space. No, you don't. You're not needed. Let's be fucking for real. Other people with more nuanced takes and opinions who don't ride the wave of this gotcha tribalism shit are needed. Especially more than ever right now.
It's just gonna lead to this endless cycle of...
You are literally mocking Mr. Pokey for his accent and making fun because of the way he talks. And you are claiming that I'm racist because I exposed somebody for using AI in their videos. Yeah, I don't know about this one, buddy. Oh shit, and what about that one?
Okay, let's read this. Bold word. Granted, I've started seeing people use the F word a lot recently. Which means that, guess what? There's a culture shift happening where people are saying, you know what, screw it. I don't care anymore. I'm going to say these words. Right? Because people should be allowed to say these words regardless of how you feel about it. They have the right to. Especially if they're American. They have every right to. So let's take a look at this. Someone could view this as homophobic, obviously. Might be either a mega gooner or a mega agate. I'm not gonna say it just in case YouTube, strikes me, because I just got monetized and I can't afford, something messing up my monetization. Clearly, okay. I haven't seen. I haven't had a scenario yet where they're all happy since the C5 dungeon are sinking boss, which I assume lowers sanity. I'm not really sure what homeboy here is talking about in particular. Actually, I need context for this entire conversation. Woo-wah General, other games. Yeah, I need context to this conversation. Because I'm a little lost.
For using AI in their videos. Yeah, I don't know about this one, buddy. Oh, shit, and what about that one? Wait, hold on. Isn't that your server?
Oh. Wait. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. This nigga has people in his server. This says July 2025. That wasn't even that long ago. July, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Bro, that shit was 5 months ago. It's December now. Bro, the fact that there's even comments like this in his own Discord. Now I'm curious. I'm really curious now. Hold up. Wait a minute. If I find VXV Fiction sidestepping this and be like, oh, that's fine, that's happening. Ooh, hold on. I gotta play this. Now I have to know before I even do my own independent reaction to this video. I have to know.
You're gonna explain.
Hold up. Let's watch this real
Just
quick.
gave up. I don't know what this channel is about anymore. I don't even know what this channel is about anymore. Fuck it. I cannot find the other video that he made about me. Yeah, and I'm the one with the ego.
Ooh, you cooked me, Mr. Pokey.
Damn, I cooked St. Totas.
It's just gonna lead to this endless cycle of
You are literally mocking Mr. Pokey for his accent and making fun because of the way he talks. And you
That's what we're on, man. First and foremost, you're trying to paint him as the bad guy. I think the first thing you should start off with is why you're not racist. Because just
No, I disagree. You can go with either or. It doesn't matter which one you go with. As long as you tackle it in your video, it's fine. But you sitting here being like, oh, well, because you mentioned this first before dismantling the claims that you're racist, my nigga, exposing this is a part of him dismantling the claim that he is racist by showing this evidence first. Because if you're going to call someone racist, you yet simultaneously, you have plenty of evidence that shows how racist you are. That is valid to call out first before we talk about how racist I am. That is 100% valid to do. VXP Fiction, you are a clown to sit here and try to be like, oh, you shouldn't have bothered tackling this first. No, he most definitely should. What?
just because you're you're racist too is what you're doing right now, and that's not really why we're here. So I think maybe.
So we're sidestepping this. What an ignorant take this is. We're going to sit here and sidestep it because, oh, we're not racist too. No. The point is to show that, yo, you're claiming I'm racist, yet you have all this underneath your bag right here. Go kick rocks, nigga. That's what this means. Like, what? Huh? Hold up.
Maybe this is just finally an opportunity for you to start shitting on bro, and you just can't hold your.
This is so bad faith. Oh my God. Bro, I'm not even that deep into this entire clip that I just saw. But seeing VXP Fiction engage in this in such bad faith is crazy. This is the biggest issue I have with these gotcha CCs. They prop themselves up as individuals who are honest, who give fair takes in this and third, and nuanced takes. But seeing this nigga be purposely obtuse to sit here and be like, oh, you're just doing this to shit on him. You're not tackling the actual problem. My nigga, exposing this is a part of tackling the main accusation towards him. How can you not see that? I swear, all these niggas, these grown-ass adults who are in their 20s and 30s or pushing 30, yet they don't have the wherewithal to see what the freak going on. It's like, bro, why are we being obtuse?
Hold yourself. Obviously, I see you don't like foreplay. I can tell you don't like foreplay. All right, you're not off to a good start here, buddy. I'm just saying.
Not off to a good start by rightfully calling this out. VXP Fiction, you're a clown, bro. I'm sorry. This is clown. No, I'm gonna use a harsher word because I feel that right now. This is a very retarded take to stand on. Blatantly, I'm sorry, it is. It is most definitely a retarded position to stand on. To talk about something, he's starting off bad. No, he's actually starting off really good. To show us the very person who's sitting here accusing him of racism has been shown time and time again to be racist themselves, but no one talked about it. How can you sit here and get on the ass of this content creator known as Zome for being quote unquote racist because homeboy clown Tonta said so, right? But simultaneously, he has plenty evidence and moments of him being racist. Both him saying it out of his own mouth to shit in his Discord. I can't wait for him to give an excuse about the shit in his Discord. I can't wait. Hold up. Let's continue.
Yeah, but anyway, let me let you. That sounds gay as fuck. Just go ahead.
Who are claiming that I'm racist.
This reaction is so dishonest. It's crazy. I'm going ahead and slapping this with a dislike because of how dishonest he's engaging in his reaction.
Because I exposed somebody for using AI in their videos. Yeah, I don't know about this one, buddy. Oh, shit, and what about that one? Wait, hold on. Isn't that your server? Aren't those literally... I don't know about this one, buddy. Oh, shit, and what about that one?
Are you, might be either a mega gooner or a mega... Yeah, I haven't had a scenario yet where they're all happy since the C5 dungeon are sinking boss F-word, which is not fuck, which I assume lowers sanity. Now, for me personally, this F-word you see on screen right now refers to very loud and noisy individuals, like in that South Park episode. I would love nothing more for us to change it to mean that, because I do think the term is pretty funny. It's pretty expressive. Like sometimes when I call someone that, I never called someone that because I never really needed to. But yeah. Anyway, so I guess he's spinning the argument that he has bad actors in his Discord server too. Sure, okay, more of you too. All right. Obviously, there's always going to be bad actors, and the same excuse I can give Saint Tontas now, because I know the guy and I know he doesn't promote that, is these are bad actors. You're always going to have those. I had those as small as...
Screw that. No, we're not sitting here making excuses for this. Absolutely not. Bro, at the start of this reaction of your own video, you sat here and made the claim that because of Zome making a video calling out AI-generated use in Glaive Keel's videos, you then, because of Saint Tontas pivoting this entire conversation towards the racism arc, you made the claim, you submitted in a claim at the beginning of your own reaction video that I watched. Y'all can go back and look at it. You made the claim that, guess what? Zome is racist by proxy because of what people said in his Discord. AKA, you believe he is racist because he is enabling people to be racist in his Discord. That means, simultaneously, guess what? Saint Tontas is enabling since May, April, February of this year till the last 5 months ago, probably even now, right now. Guess what? You have people in his own Discord being homophobic and so on with the other stuff. Let's see. Like, bro, what? By the same logic you gave to Zome, guess what, my guy? Saint Tontas is homophobic. By our definition of the word, of how it's being used, how people use this damn word of claiming someone is homophobic. Like, bro, what? No. Saint Tontas is homophobic by proxy. Just as much as how you're claiming that Zome is racist by proxy by how other people in his Discord channel is being or saying racist things. And also, why doesn't the argument apply to Zome of him having bad actors even in his own Discord channel or Discord saying racist things about Glaive? Why don't we count those as detractors? But we're gonna count what's going on in Saint Tontas to his freaking Discord as detractors? What? Bad actors? Are you freaking for real right now? This is what I mean about how dishonest this reaction is and how people are engaging in this conversation. It's because of crap like this.
No, he doesn't promote that, is these are bad actors. You're always going to have those. I had those as small as I am. A lot of people had those. Like they're just there. Like it only takes the one. And
then why are we applying that Zome is racist then? Because of the actions of bad faith actors in his own Discord. Why are we sitting here saying that Zome is racist then? Because Zome shouldn't be deemed as racist by the actions of other people that's not his own.
And here's the difference between you and Saint Tontas is you have some level of notes. I think there's like Discord notes, and in those notes you say, and we quote, "You can use the N-word if you want. You can run loose."
I'm gonna say this right now. I'm black too. I'm a black American. Well, hold on. Let me say it, not black too. I am a black American. And I say the N-word constantly, my nigga, daily when I stream and in my videos if I feel like it. Right? Guess what? I let niggas just go ahead and say the N-word in my Discord channel. or in my Discord server. I don't have an issue with it. You know the reason why I don't have an issue with it? Because I know it's not coming from a place of hate towards me. It's like, I know, like, it's so, actually, but yeah, it's so easy to tell if somebody's coming at me in a racist manner. It's easy to tell. You can tell by how they type it. Even if I go on a voice call and someone says the N-word, and they're not trying to be racist, they're just saying it because they're just adding it a part of their vocabulary, right? Because, you know, internet talk, right? I can tell if someone's being racist. And I can even tell and feel how the N-word slides off the tongue when they say it. I had someone in my Discord server, like at this point, going on 2 years now, because they were here like last year, right? The amount of times I would hear him say the N-word, both in text and in voice call, whenever he would hop on voice call, when I'm hopping on with my friends or whatever, and we're like talking and discussing stuff, right? I could tell that the N-word didn't slide off his tongue with ease, with finesse. There's an art to it. That's something that's natural, right? I can tell it didn't come off the tongue naturally, right? But I didn't care because I knew he wasn't coming at me in a racist tone, and I knew he was joking a lot as well. But like, yeah, I didn't. Obviously, that's why I let it slide. I didn't take it as a big deal because it was not offensive to me. I didn't care. Oh, someone said the N-word. Oh my God, raise the roof. Oh my Lord, it's the end of the world. Man, go kick buckets. It's not that deep. Unless someone is coming at me directly and saying that I'm a lesser human being and XYZ because I am black, then I will take it as racist. Until then, I don't give a crap.
We quote, you can use the N-word if you want. You can run loose. That's you not being a good host to the...
Oh my God, it's such cornball logic. Oh my Lord. And hold on, I'm gonna say this too. I'm fine with people being like, even if I give them the green light to say the N-word because I don't give a fuck, like, I'm fine with them being like, well, I don't want to say the N-word because it makes me feel uncomfortable. That's fine, right? I'm cool with that, right? I'm not gonna take a big deal. But to sit here and be like, oh, you're being a bad host by letting people just say it, screw all that. It's because I don't care. It's not that deep. That's the reason why. We live in a culture area where just saying words now is becoming problematic because now it's extending itself to the most unnecessary reach. And now, guess what? We're living in a culture that's pushing back against that. But saying, like, you know what? Let's get back to the old days of saying these words and standing on business about saying it, or just saying it in a fun, goofy manner and goofy setting among friends. Right? People want that because people are too much of snowflakes with this whole, oh, you're being toxic. Screw that. Don't you know toxicity also breeds some genuine friendships among people? And also reveals like how deep someone cares about another individual. You can say my relationship with my brother is toxic because we bicker and fight a lot. But I don't care. I still love that nigga to death. If something happened to him, you better believe I'm gonna crash the F out. Anyway.
That's you not being a good host to the guests over there.
Wait, hold on. Isn't that your server? Aren't those...
This motherfucker has Dave. All you're missing is the gay and Jewish day debuffs. What the fuck does that mean? Legit, well, I'm bi, so maybe I get half potency on the buff. Just pretend to be gay and have Jewish heritage and you're nearly guaranteed to be published. What are they talking about? Okay, never
literally
mind.
people from your server.
I guess maybe he's just trying too hard to find, like, dirt on the Discord server. I don't know what this means.
Oh my goodness. This nigga is a cornball. This is such cornball behavior. Bro, you should have went to bed first before you started to do this reaction. Just shut up. Good Lord, shut up. This is retarded. I'm done. Let's continue. Because this is so bad faith. It is blatantly bad faith. So, oh, you're just trying to dig up dirt. My nigga, the fact that they're even talking like that in his Discord server should not be allowed by your own logic because it's promoting XYZ things. But because you said, oh, because I know him personally, I know he doesn't promote that, then why the fuck are you letting this slide then? You shouldn't be okay with this. You shouldn't be, by your own standard of your own logic, cornball, you should not be allowed. You should not be okay with this going on in his Discord server, regardless of how old it is, from a month ago to 3 months ago to 4 months ago to 5 months ago to 6 months ago to 7 months ago, almost a damn year ago, if not longer than that. The fact that that's have been going on in his Discord server, because you've known Saint Totas for over a year, I'm pretty sure, even not 2 years, right? Someone can correct me if I'm wrong about this, Mr. VXV Fiction. Then knowing that this is going on in his Discord server, you shouldn't even be okay with this. but you're letting it slide because you know Saint doesn't promote that. But so that means because you don't know who Zome is personally, you're not gonna let Zome slide with this. Screw all that. That's blatant favoritism. Kick the bucket, bro. This is so stupid.
Aren't those literally people from your server? So we got Ben Tao, top.
Oh, let's read this. We're done. Damn, you're 100% clean without any gay judged. No rigged, pure votes, no gay trans. Now, I'm gonna say this. Knowing the things that's been going on in relation to like video games and all this other stuff, and this DEI hire where people are being hired based off of their race and sex and gender or whatnot, rather than the merit of their actual hard work, I understand the sentiment behind some of these comments that's being said in this Discord. I understand the sentiment. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't, because I stay tuned into these conversations. I've been staying tuned into these conversations since like 2024 till now, or actually longer than that, more like 2023 to now. I've stayed in, or no, 2022. Since 2022 till now, I've stayed in tune to these conversations and the whole cultural stuff around it. So I'm not gonna act like I don't understand the sentiment behind these comments. I'm not gonna act like I don't. I understand the sentiment.
Top G over here saying,
since I understand the sentiment, of course I understand the sentiment. But if you're gonna play this whole you're racist game, but you're letting homophobic and anti-Semitic or whatever things be said in your Discord server, you can't sit here and try to play the moral high ground. Like, that's not how this works.
From your server.
Of course, I'm saying that in relation to Saint Tonta's cornball behavior ass, and how VXV Fiction is sitting here playing hard defense to let it slide. Like, no, Zome is making a valid point here.
So we got Ben Tao, top G over here saying, no gay trans shit in your own server. You know, I could take these screenshots out of context and link them to you as a person, but I'm not gonna sit here and gaslight my viewers into thinking you are a bad person because of people who have nothing to do with you. You may do that. You can do that with me all you want, but I'm not gonna do the same because I'm actually fair. I'm not gonna twist your words. I'm not gonna sit here and make up lies about you. I'm only showing what's actually going on by being completely fair. And I will not accuse you of things you never did. I don't want to see anybody in the comments saying anything about me without watching the full video, because I will be honest and I will be fully transparent in this video. This will be my last video on this topic because he clearly cannot provide any valid arguments without twisting words, making...
Hold on, let me read that. You do realize Glaive is Indonesian and is not fluent in English, so he has to use AI/translator to get his points across. And you're making fun of him for not knowing that much English. This video has so many racist undertones. See, this is what I mean right here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. People are sat here and watched that video and deemed it as racist because he called out homeboy using AI. But since this random ad nigga came out here talking about something, because he's not, because like, look at this, look at this. Zome never mentioned this nigga being Indonesian, as far as I remember, in his video discussing about Glaive using AI. As far as I remember, he does not mention it at all once throughout that entire video. But because this random nigga is coming here to play defense for Glaive, look how the sentence starts off. You do realize Glaive is Indonesian. Clearly, Zome didn't, and is not fluent in English. He clearly is if he can speak it clearly. He just don't know how to, he doesn't have good grammar when it comes to English, which is fine. But even English speakers have bad grammar as well. Not everyone who speaks English has good grammar. So that's not some racist thing. So he has to use AI translator to get his points across, and you're making fun of him for not knowing that much English, which that's not what happened in the video. See what I'm talking about? This is what I mean. They are sitting here over the last 3 days. They've been sitting here goalpost shifting the argument to be like, Zome is using AI because he's Indonesian and doesn't know how to speak English properly or write it properly, and you, Zome, are making fun of him for that. When it's like, no, the argument was the fact that this nigga Glaive was using AI to generate his scripts and whatnot, pumping out AI generated content, which should never be seen as okay on the YouTube platform, as I showed with Charlie's video discussing why it is AI generated content is problematic on the platform, especially if there is no human being behind said content. because it's an infinite money glitch, and because the YouTube CEO himself is allowing for this stuff to happen, where people are also being banned off YouTube because the AI is doing it, not because a human is behind the ban. It's because the AI is doing it. So that's the problems with the uses of AI, and we can keep the list going on and on to other aspects of it for why it's problematic. Now, I'm not going to act like there aren't some good examples of AI being used. For example, there's a VTuber that is particularly made purely out of AI, and there's the person behind it. But that person, I'm pretty sure, streams alongside his AI VTuber that he made. That, no one's going to say, like, of course, there are people who are upset about it, right? But the thing is, he streams alongside it with Nero. I'm pretty sure it's Nero-chan, right? He streams alongside Nero-chan. So people know that he is the one who made the AI, and having a interactive stream, having back and forth conversation with the AI and the chat. So it's good entertainment. It's wonderful to see. It's interesting to watch. That's completely different from what the heck Glaive Keo got going on. But anyway, back to the video. Immaculate goalpost shift thanks to this cornball and people like this.
Making up things about me and lying to his own audience. I'm sorry, but I cannot take somebody like him seriously, and I will no longer respond to anything, no matter what kind of screenshots without context he pulls up. I don't care. My viewers have a competent brain, and they will understand if something...
True, not even your viewers. People who got any type of common sense, the God-given common sense, would know better than to sit here and fall for this nonsense. To let people sit here and lead them astray like freaking sheep to a false prophet, to this other side of the aisle, where no, that nigga is out here blatantly spreading lies. You're legitimately following the devil. I'm not saying that Saint Tontas is the devil incarnate, obviously not. But I'm just giving my analogy so you can get the point I'm making here.
Something is true or not. I'm just glad I have an audience of people who can think for themselves without blindly trusting somebody's words. But if you guys want to blindly trust his made-up accusations, feel free to do that. But unlike Saint, I am someone who will always be honest on this channel, and I will always tell you guys the truth.
Saint has been known to be a blatant liar over the course of the entire year. Even before that, when it came down to his controversy where he was trying to make up claims about why it is that the voice acting for Wuthering Waves was bad before the game came out. Because of the beta or whatever crap, right? And a voice actor known as Sayu, aka Alejandro Saab, called him out rightfully on it, and Brand Online called him out too. And he sat there trying to scramble playing like, oh, I'm playing victim and all that crap. And then you had Tectone come and play defense for him, along with other content creators like VXV Fiction also coming in to play defense for him. Right? So that's why this nigga Saint Totas is in the position that he is now, thanks to these content creators. And on top of that, the lies he's been spreading about, the lies he spread about Zenless Zone Zero for the entire year, from version 1.4 all the way to where we are now, showed even more times of him lying and goalpost shifting, which is why people don't trust this nigga's takes. Believe me, there's a great deal of people who will never trust a word this man says out of his mouth. Even if there's the 1% chance he has a valid take. Other than that, he's been known to be a goalpost shifting, lying, manipulating piece of crap individual.
Without twisting somebody's words. First of all, I never made fun of Glaive for being Indonesian or not being able to speak English well. In fact, I literally said in that video, the part which you did not watch and you skipped on purpose, that I have nothing against...
He skipped it on purpose? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. If I go see this clip myself on my phone later, I will leave an edit on my on this community or not in the comment section to show that yeah, he did skip it blatantly. Especially if he's posted the video as an entire video by itself. Yeah, I'll be able to tell when he skipped it. I'm gonna go back and look at Zone's video, then go see his reaction. If I find out that nigga blatantly skipped it, VXV's defense for this nigga Saint Tonta is even more retarded. Where this nigga is blatantly skipping evidence to make up a narrative about Zone to call him racist when it's not freaking true.
And
I stand on my business about truth on this channel, which is one of the reasons why I even got into like doing this YouTube thing. At first, I just wanted to do like live stream my Genshin playthroughs because Genshin Impact doesn't allow for people to replay story events and stuff like that. That's the main reason why I even live streamed on YouTube. But then now it has evolved to more than just me live streaming my gameplay of Genshin, Zenless, Star Rail, Wuwa, and other non-gacha games. Now it's become, yo, I want an honest discussion about this gacha tribalism stuff and these takes people give about it. I want an honest discussion, which is why I make my Yapping Topics videos. which is why I do these reactions in the first place, because a lot of these content creators come in such bad faith. That's why I do this for a reason. I do this for a reason. Because I hate these lies. I just hate it. I'm tired of these lies and their BS. So I encourage people to stand up on their business about telling the truth and not letting these lies that people make slide.
Slave, except for him using AI for script writing, because once again, I never knew he was Indonesian at that time. I literally said that I have nothing against him, and you purposely skipped that part to gaslight your audience. He speaks perfect fluent English. How on earth am I supposed to know that he's Indonesian? You are making completely baseless, made-up accusations of me with zero proof of anything. All you're trying to do is to distract everyone from the actual topic at hand.
And it's working perfectly. That's the worst part about it. These sheep from all these gotcha CCs, they're such blatant sheep, and they're just believing it because the buzzword racism has been brought up. Thanks to Saint Tontas, the cornball. That's the only reason we have shifted arcs from the AI-generated accusation arc to the racism arc. Is this not wild to see in real time?
But I want to talk about the screenshots now because unlike Saint, I will give you guys a proper explanation without making shit up. Let me explain what's going on here. Yes, there have been certain people in my server saying certain things at that time. I made a mistake there. The rules should have been stricter and I should have been more careful. However, this was my first Discord server. I was very busy at that time and I didn't have time to...
Wait a minute. Let me listen to this again.
Should have been stricter and I should have been more careful. However, this was my first Discord server. I was very busy at that time and I didn't have time to sit there and ban one member after another because they said one word. But of course, Saint did not include it in his video because these screenshots are all taken out of context and he cannot win any argument without making up things and changing the actual reality of the context.
I'm going to believe what Zom is telling me right now. Because I can understand, I 100% believe it. Because when I first made my Discord channel, or just Discord server rather, right? Because I had early like 2024, right? I had a lot of people be like, or not early, but like midway 2024. I had a lot of people be like, yo, make a Discord channel. Because people were like popping up in my live streams and they wanted a place to be able to conversate, I guess, with me and with others who've been like checking out my content or whatnot. Because I only streamed. I didn't really make YouTube videos and shit like that, right? So I was like, yeah, sure. And then off the rip, a whole bunch of people come in. One in particular individual who's no longer part of my server, not because of me kicking them out, because they chose to leave of their own volition. This individual, a bit of a dickhead, I'm not gonna lie, making accusations about me being a pedophile over lolly characters, and it's like, bro, what? You do not know what pedophilia means, and also other cornball behavior he has done as well in my server, in my YouTube community server. Back then, like, I let him slide with a lot because, one, I was being lenient, very lenient, right? And also because I didn't want to just like kick someone over like, oh, because they said X thing, right? But homeboy started becoming a nuisance to other people in the server. So I had to put my foot down and be like, okay, you gotta get out of here, bro. Or not get out of here, but you need to straighten your behavior, right? He chose not to straighten his behavior. Well, actually, he did for a good period of time, but then he just vanished off the face of the earth because he like left by himself. And then apparently one of my friends told me that he had claimed that I was a pedophile or some crap like that before he left. I was like, that's pretty wild. But anyway, like what Zoma is saying right now, I 100% understand. You made your first ever Discord server. You ain't had time to sit here and moderate your Discord server because you were busy with real life stuff. That's not an excuse. That happens. Right? And not only that, moderating your Discord server is not on any level of equivalence to being like, okay, yo, I have to go to work in the morning at 9 o'clock. I ain't got time to be sitting here worried about what the crap people saying in my Discord right now. I'm busy. I got real life stuff I got to handle. So that's 100% understandable. I get that.
Argument without making up things and
That's what I want to read these.
Have time to.
I want to read these messages. Not gonna lie, it was better when it was just Zom in charge. I really can't take care of the server though. Right. Good as you should it's his right. Good as you should is his server. As the server, blah blah blah. Actually, the server is depopulating. I don't have time and no expertise. I get that, bro. Still to this day, there are still new things I'm learning about Discord, despite the fact I've had a Discord server for over a year. I have 3. Actually, hold up. Do I have 3? I don't know if I have 3 Discord servers. Actually, let me check on my phone real quick. I'm pretty sure I have 3 or 4. Hold on, let me find this out real quick. I know this reaction is a long reaction, but it needed to be. Anyway, I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 Discord channels. One is the YouTube community Discord, one is my personal friend Discord, and the third one is a voice call Discord. That's purely meant for voice calls and when we watch anime together. Right? That's it. Other than that, it's like, yeah, I get not understanding every nook and cranny, understanding of how Discord works. I still don't understand half the other stuff about Discord. I know the general things, which I finally understood after like months of having a Discord channel or Discord server. So it's like, yeah, 100% valid. Absolutely.
Time to sit there and ban one member after another because they said one word.
Bro, like I had people posting crazy shit in my server because I let it slide. I was like, you know what? Y'all can post crazy stuff. Now, this crazy stuff was not illegal content, by the way. I should have made that note. Let that be known now before people start trying to claim that, oh, was there illegal stuff on your server? No, absolutely freaking not. And if it was, niggas already know they're getting banned immediately and reported. So let's go ahead, put the nail in the coffin for that now. But there was a lot of wild stuff being posted in my Discord server. Stuff that I'm like, bro, I need to go bleach my eyes. That's how wild it was. And I let it slide because I was like, you know what? Hey, you can post whatever you post. I'm going to leave a channel. And mind you, this goes back to the individual I referred to earlier that left my Discord server of their own volition. He was the one mainly posting this type of content. And his friends as well that came along in my server. Right? But they're long gone. That stuff is no longer there. Those channels, I deleted them so that when I got to where I am now with my YouTube channel, I wouldn't have people going into those channels and seeing that nonsense. Especially when I end up having younger viewers end up coming to my YouTube channel and joining my YouTube community Discord. So I was like, yeah, I got to squash this stuff out immediately so that this is not a problem for me in the future, so that I don't get accused for crap that I did not do or that I am enabling, which I am not. So yeah, handle that shit immediately.
Have time to sit there and ban one member after another because they said one word. But of course, Saint did not include it in his video because these screenshots are all taken out of context and he cannot win any argument without making up things and changing the actual reality of the context. And these are people in my server, they are not me. They are not representing me as a person. They have different opinions than me. It is a very simple thing to understand. They are different from me, and I do not represent their opinions, and they do not represent me. Now, as for the N-word screenshot and the pinned comment, which is the most
Hold up.
They do not represent me. Now, as for the
I don't care if y'all say the N-word is just a word. Just don't try to genuinely hurt other people in the server. That's fair. What's the issue there? Why did VXP Fiction try to make this as an issue? There is nothing wrong with this. Guess what? If he ends up having black people in his server that he doesn't know are black and they say the N-word, guess what? He doesn't know if they're black or not unless they state that they are black. Right? Because that's what people usually do. If the person is black, they let them slide with saying the N-word. He doesn't know if they're black or not. So if they end up saying the N-word, can you blame him for that? No, you really can't. And this, let's say even with this stipulation of saying that he doesn't care, it's just a word, right? If they start saying the N-word, then it is what it is, twin. Even if they said that, because I have a sneaky suspicion that someone may have said the N-word in his server before he made this rule. I 100% believe that. Right, because you don't just this doesn't just come out of the blue, out of nowhere that he makes this. This had to have been in response to someone saying the N-word in his server, in my opinion. Now, he can correct me if I'm wrong about that in the YouTube channel, or in my comment section, or in my own personal Discord. Link is on my channel.
me, and I do not represent their opinions, and they do not represent me. Now, as for the N-word screenshot and the pinned comment, which is the most ridiculous attempt of proving that I'm somehow racist, let me tell you guys the context of this. First of all, how are you gonna call me racist when my most viewed video on this channel is literally a video of me calling out racism in the Genshin community? I have experienced racism in my life, and you claiming that I'm racist without any proof is something that I will not tolerate and I am deeply hurt by. The server rules were way too strict at that time, people were getting wrongfully banned, and somebody asked me if it's okay if they use the N-word. Since the N-word is being used as a substitute for words like homie or bro in a...
Yes, he is 100% correct about this. This happens a lot. I'm a black individual myself. We use the word N-word for a substitute for so many words. From my nigga, my homie, what's up bro, what's up bruh, this, that, and the third, what's up cuz, and so on and so forth. So for him to say this, I bet VXV Fiction probably saying some ridiculous claim right now. And I can't wait to do my own personal reaction to that after this. But yeah, 100%. So like I said was correct. That pinned comment about his rule, right? It was purely because people were getting banned left, right, and center over this word. Because more than likely, these people, probably more than likely, were black saying the N-word throughout the server. Wouldn't be surprised. Because it's too easy. I'm going to say this right now. It's way too easy to sit here and jump the gun and be like, oh, they were white and they were saying the N-word. That's way too easy of a jump. It's too fast of it. It's too easy of an excuse to or try to lay up to try to make. To be like, oh, they were being racist in his server. And it's like, it's way too easy because you don't even know if these niggas are even white to begin with. Of course, just as much as I don't know if they're black to begin with. Right? But it's way too easy of a jump to sit here and claim that there's racism going on in his server because of that. Way too easy of a jump. So I understand why he made that rule. And it's a valid rule to make. Right? Like, if people say the N-word in my server, of course, I'm going to tell them, hey, use it in a friendly gesture manner. Right? If you out here calling niggas niggas because you have a personal hate towards niggas, of course, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm going to pull you to the side and be like, bro, I don't know what your deal is, but you need to tone it down. If you can't tone it down, if you can't be a little more friendly with how you act in here, you're going to have to go. Either I ban you or you pack your own things and you leave yourself. That's how we're going to do this. That's how I conduct myself personally.
Calling out racism in the Genshin community. I have experienced racism in my life, and you claiming that I'm racist without any proof is something that I will not tolerate and I am deeply hurt by. The server rules were way too strict at that time, people were getting wrongfully banned, and somebody asked me if it's okay if they use the N-word. Since the N-word is being used as a substitute for words like homie or bro in a huge part of the black community and the US, I said it's fine if they use it as long as it's not being used as an insult. The rules of my server literally say that I do not support racism or homophobia or an excessive use of harsh insults or anything like that. But fact is, the N-word is being used as a normal word for a large portion of people in the US and the black community. Gacha Smack, for example, he uses the N-word in some of his videos as well. 6ix9ine, who's not even black, uses the N-word as well, and nobody cares.
I'm gonna say this as well. Latin Americans also use the N-word. Let's not act like they don't. They do. They gonna try to act like they don't. Yes, they do. One reason I know, because I have a friend, homie in the Discord. He's the GOAT. No, I respect homie, right? He a little older than me. He used the N-word too. But I don't sit here and be like, oh, jump out of my seat because he used the N-word. It's like, bro, he's using it in the same exact fashion that I use nigga. Or you say the word nigga. He's using it in the exact same fashion as how I do it. Verbatim. When we talk about stuff. When we're talking about stuff or we're engaging in conversation with each other. It's verbatim the exact same way. He don't never say it as an insult towards me because he thinks lesser of me. Right? He don't ever do that. Because I'm old enough to tell and smart enough to realize if someone's doing that. He clearly is not doing that. So it's like, bruh.
As well, 6ix9ine, who's not even black, uses the N-word as well, and nobody cares. If you fail to understand that, you simply don't have respect for other people's cultures. It's a normal thing to do for black people in the US, and I acknowledge that. So don't go around trying to spread things about me that are not true when my most viewed video is literally a video of me calling out racism in the Genshin community.
Actually, him calling out racism in the Genshin community, I can't remember if I watched that video on my own time or not. I may have to scroll back through my timeline to see if I've seen this video. I may have seen it. Hold up. Because I'm flashbacking right now and I'm thinking of a video. Hold on. Let me see. I should have seen that video before, right? Hold up. Let's go back in time. No, he said it was his most popular video. So surely it should be on the homepage, right? Okay, hold up. Can I shuffle this to see most popular? Oh, popular. Let's click popular. Genshin redesigns are getting out of hand. The blackwashing thing, that was 6 months ago. I 100% agree. I hate blackwashing of white characters. It's ridiculous and it's stupid. Okay, so that was his most popular video about racism in the Genshin community. Then, yeah, I 100% agree with this video. Granted, I didn't watch it. So that was 6 months ago. So I haven't watched this video. But yeah, I 100% agree with the take of this video. Just purely on the title and the thumbnail. 100% agree. Yeah, you got it in the bag, Zone.
Community. You cannot make this shit up. Now, the reason why I had these pinned comments is so I could prove to you guys how Saint is manipulating and gaslighting his audience. And I didn't think it would actually work, but it somehow worked. So thank you for that, Saint. Me pinning a comment is not proof of me being racist, since you have no way of knowing why I even pinned the comment in the first place. If you can prove that I pinned the comment because according to you, I want to make fun of ESL people, which is an absolutely ridiculous claim, prove to me how you are able to be aware of the reasons I pinned it for. If you cannot prove it, it simply means you are making up accusations out of thin air.
Exactly. That is 100% true. For example, if I pin a comment of someone making fun of Glaive for being Indonesian, right? You're not going to know the reason for why I did that. For all you know, I could have done that to rage bait someone into thinking that, oh, look, you're supporting racism when I'm really not. Because I would just want to see your reaction. Because I know you're going to react to that in a very reactionary, emotional way. Because you are a snowflake? Or you're going to jump the gun. It's so easy to tell. Also, I'm going to see if some people in this comment section are some people that end up, subscribing to me before I started reacting to your content. Because I know some of them watch your stuff. Okay. If so, he could simply write it in Indonesian and translate it. If he would do that, it would barely be detected as AI. What exactly is even racist about that? That doesn't sound racist at all. If Glaive cannot, write in English fluently, which is a struggle of his, then why doesn't he just write it all in his native language and just use AI to translate it? I don't see the racism in that. That makes 100% sense. If English was not my first language, better yet, since English is my first language, I can say this. Bro, I don't know how to speak Spanish. Even though I took Spanish classes, none of it stuck with me. So, because of the fact that I don't know how to speak Spanish, if I write my entire script in English and then translate it to Spanish so that I can say it in Spanish, how is that racist? I would love to know how someone can explain to me how is that racist? Because that's not racist. That's actually a smart play. That's a smart thing to do. Especially if English is not your first language. It is 100% smart to do. The AI tool of translating from one language to another exists for this sole purpose, to be able to translate shit. Because and it's a good use to use if you don't know how to speak English properly. Or if you don't know how to write it properly. It's good. Like, isn't there a whole app that exists that's meant to translate what you say into another language when you go visit, like, Japan or all these other countries that don't speak English? There's a whole app for that. So exactly, how is this racist? How can someone perceive this as racist unless you're deliberately trying to find racism in everything?
To fool your audience into believing a fictional reality. What I was trying to say there is that if he used a normal translator for it, it would still be his own original script. And since the phrasing and the word choice would remain exactly the same, the AI score wouldn't be at like 99%, which is why I'm very confident he is in fact letting AI do most of his work. There is a massive difference between translating a fully fleshed out script and letting ChatGPT write the script for you. But I will say this.
Exactly.
If he is actually doing a lot of work himself and he's in fact not using AI, which would honestly be a surprise to me, but if it's a fact, if he can prove that he's not using AI, then I apologize. Then I was wrong, it was my bad, I was judging too quickly. And as for the other pinned comment, there is something called a pin of shame. and I pinned that comment because of how stupid and embarrassing the claim is. Not
Yes, the pin of shame exists. I know because if anybody here has ever seen Abbott and Preach's content before, the two comedians who are from Canada, black men, right? One's from Haiti, one from I don't actually know where Abbott is from. Actually, I don't really know where he's from. Is he from Somalia? I'm not really sure. I can't remember. But anyway, you get the point. They have a whole pin of shame thing that exists, and bro, throughout the years I've seen their content, I've seen a lot of people get the whole pin of shame. I've seen it. And people in the comment section be like, yo, pin of shame, pin of shame, pin of shame, when something stupid is said. Now, there, of course, are non-moments of pin of shame, which aren't even pins of shame. Just pins of, yeah, you got it, right? That's the thing that exists. So, Zone, 100%, you're correct on this.
shame. And I pinned that comment because of how stupid and embarrassing the claim is. 99% of people with a functional brain would understand that. You just made up a reason in your head as to why I pinned that comment, and you acted like it's a fact. This is defamation at its finest. Another thing, you claim that I think AI is bad. You keep saying I said AI is bad and I have a problem with AI in general. You keep claiming that. Why don't you show us the exact moment in which I said it? Oh shit, you can't because I never said it. In fact, in the part of the video which you skipped on purpose during your reaction, I literally said that there's nothing wrong with using AI unless you're letting it do all the hard work for you. And you cannot compare taking down a few notes to writing a full script. You also have no way of proving that I'm racist because
I need to see that few note stuff because I knew I was correct on that. Someone was claiming that, hold up, I got the comment right here. Give me a second. I got this comment right here. Because someone was having a back and forth with me about whether or not Glacial was used. Mind you, this was from the same individual who claimed that I was racist with when it came down to my reaction to Glacial's content. Or not Glacial, but to Zone's video calling out Glacial bullshit. So let me find this comment real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's see. I'll find it in just a moment because this stuff is stupid. Here we go, right here. By this dude named @Dredriotica. It was a day ago. We had a back and forth lasting 3 days. Homeboy made the claim. He said this a day ago. I already told you he was seen writing his scripts on live stream, so you can go look for yourself. Also, he'll be posting a response video soon anyway, so he'll clear out everything. And even before that, when I told him to provide evidence, link it in my Discord or send me a link to it so I can see for myself, so I don't have to go sorting through his freaking live streams here on YouTube for hours on end trying to find these moments of him writing his scripts. Before that, he was like, dude, he was literally seen multiple times on stream writing his scripts. But now, from Zome has said, this nigga was writing down notes, not a script, notes. That means he wrote notes and he filtered it through an AI generator to write an entire script. That's the issue people have here, that he's not writing his own scripts. He's letting the AI tool generate an entire script for him, and then he's doing autocorrect with whatever word isn't properly typed up by the AI generator for said script. So, majority of his script is AI by definition. Like, bro, niggas aren't using their brain cells at all.
few notes to writing a full script. You also have no way of proving that I'm racist because I never said anything about Glaive being Indonesian or his English skills. This has nothing to do with him being Indonesian or being bad at English. He could very easily write the scripts without using AI to write it for him by writing it in Indonesian and simply translating it into English. This is...
I bet VXV Fiction is going to take that as, oh, that's being racist. No, the F is not, cornball.
Completely different from using AI to write the script for you, and you cannot compare these two things. If you fail to understand that, you have zero knowledge about AI and how these detectors work. You completely made it up to trick the stream into hating on me for something that literally does not exist. All I did was expose Glaive Kyo for using AI generated scripts, which is a fact, and you are going out of your way to make up false accusations about me claiming that I'm racist. You pre-watched the video instead of reacting live to it, which I have proof of. You then skipped some of the most important sections of the video. You lied about me. You didn't provide any value.
So basically, I don't even need to listen anymore to what else he's about to say. Granted, I'm going to finish this entire video, obviously. I'm not going to just stop here. But from just a few words this Zome has just told me, so essentially, Saint Tones has done the exact same thing Hassan Piker does. When people make criticism of Hassan Piker, this man would deliberately not react to the video at all, and he will sit here and yap about shit that wasn't even said in the video because someone in his someone in his chat was like, oh, this is what they said, when that's not what they said. I've seen this man, Hassan Piker, do this multiple times ever since I first discovered him, because Abram Preach discovered him. And that BS that he was on related to them, and that BS he was on related to Gideon. So that's the reason I know about Hassan Piker and how he engages in reaction content. It is purposefully disingenuous and dishonest to paint narratives. Which is why I would never respect anybody who will sit here and make complaints about XYZ, knowing that there is a video in front of you that's disproving your claims about XYZ, but you're not going to react to it. You're going to just sit here and pause and just yap your head off, or you're just going to skip around through the video. I hate that. I promise you I do. I hate this idea of skipping around through reactions. I despise it with a passion.
Valid criticism. You didn't have any proof of my evidence being...
And what I mean by that, of course, in this particular case of when there's a premium accusation going against somebody and you're deliberately skipping around, knowing that the evidence that they have is valid, and you're skipping around through the content to be like, oh, no, you're not. That's what I mean when I say I despise that type of reaction content. I despise it with a passion. Now, outside of that, if it's like, oh, someone is reacting to a show that you really like and you skip the intro, that's fine. Like, I don't care about that because that's not too much of a big deal, because this is about cartoons or anime that we're reacting to. This is not on the same level of, oh, drama content where someone is being accused of XYZ, or if they're being accused of a crime and you're skipping around through videos or through the video to be like, oh, they're wrong, that's not what they said, blah, 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 and making up bullshit. Completely different.
Being invalid, you ignored all of my points and instead just resorted to calling me racist, a hoyoshil, and stupid. Alright, so first of all, you're not fooling anyone, buddy. He didn't actually react to the video in real time. He pre-watched it, and there's a good reason for that. At the start of the stream, we can literally see a big fat red bar on the right side on my video. So he did clearly pre-watch it, because otherwise, there's no way he could have possibly defended Glaive. Now, before we go into everything else, let me make something clear. He claims that my baseline take of the video is AI is bad. He says that multiple times throughout the video, claiming that I think AI itself is bad.
And the baseline take is...
Which we know that's not true, because the baseline take is that it is problematic to use AI for the to generate or to use in every aspect of your content. That was the main issue. Not AI itself, but the overuse of AI. That was the real criticism. Because of Saint Tontas bitch ass, this bitch ass retarded ass nigga, guess what? The argument has been skewed to, oh, the racism arc, which is really stupid. And people have, and on top of that, people are like, oh, you just hate AI, blah, 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 which is not the real argument. And I'm seeing it everywhere now, and it's so dumb.
Is AI is bad. No questions about it. And that is the take of the video creator.
And VXP Fiction also had the same take as well, which was stupid because that's not what Zome was even talking about or implying in his own video.
Use AI in any...
A lot of these gacha creators have massive amounts of illiteracy, and it shows when you blatantly cannot pinpoint the actual core argument or statement that someone is making when they make these videos. It is blatantly obvious. Now, of course, I did something similar to that to Zome when I reacted to his video about his take about the Not Cry story, or at least Act 4, when it came out to Nefesh part, and I claimed that he was being illiterate, or the baseline of my claim was that he was being illiterate with his take about it, which I guess I can ease up on, because like after doing my reaction to the video and let probably like a day or two pass or whatever, hold up, wait, what? Never mind, that's my bad. Something interesting caught my eye on my phone. But yeah, I will say this: I was a little bit harsh. I could have try to bring some nuance to why it is a little more nuance to that reaction, right? I was a little, I won't lie, I was hard pressed on it. And I admit it, right? I know my reactions are an hour long or pushing 2 hours long, like this one is. I know this reaction is pushing about 2 hours long, which is why I gotta hurry up and say what I gotta say. So like, yeah. So I was I say I was a little too harsh to deem that him being absolutely illiterate with his take, right? I disagree with the take, but I can also understand why it is that people felt like, oh, it cut up the action or the drive we got going on, right? I can understand why. My main question is after that was, okay, so how exactly could we have introduced her story into this and paralleled it with the quest without like losing that momentum? That'd be a valid question to ask about Act 4.
Context, it's bad.
Saint, if that's the case, would you mind showing us the exact moment in which I said it? Because I never said that, and if you cannot provide evidence of that, it is not true. In fact, in the last part of the video, which he skipped on purpose, I said it's completely fine to use AI as long as it's just for finding information and summarizing complicated things. I never said AI is the problem. What I said was that using it to write the full script for you is a problem. So would you mind explaining to us why you're lying about me, lying to your audience, and literally gaslighting the entire stream into believing something that is not true? Do you realize how disrespectful that is to all the people who are subscribed to you? I sure hope so, because you clearly lied about me on purpose.
And I will say this. This is the reason why I will forever encourage people, no matter if it's my own reaction content or other videos, whatever, to go watch the original video before you come see my reaction to it. Go watch it in depth. Understand and take in everything that was said so that when I do my reaction to it, or whatever, or if you see someone else's reaction to it or whatever, you can understand the full context for why someone is pushing back on the claims that someone is making in their video or agreeing with the claims said in their video. It is a necessity. It helps develop media literacy, essentially. Pretty sure it does, right? So that you can come into the conversation with every piece of information on the board.
Just like in all the other points you made about me, you also skipped the part in which I exposed Glaive for false information on Wuthering Waves. You skipped the part in which I explain why AI is a problem and when it is a problem. You skipped
false information about Wuthering Waves. I may have forgotten what exactly that was in my last reaction. Someone provide that for me in the comment section, please.
the part in which I explain why AI is a problem and when it is a problem. You skipped the part in which I literally explain the method of how I fairly tested all the videos and a lot more. I'm waiting for an explanation because so far, the only thing you did was lie to all the people who like to watch you. After that, I mentioned that I'm going to explain what made me realize that Glaive's video is AI, and he for some reason interprets that as me providing evidence.
Saying that somebody using the rule of threes in a video script is evidence of them using... Hey, who wrote the Three Musketeers? This motherfucker Alexandre Dumas was using AI!
I clearly said at the beginning that this is only about how I realized it was AI. Well, let me tell you guys exactly what it was about his video that made me realize he's 100% using AI. But he interprets that as me providing evidence. So either he has underdeveloped comprehension skills or he's just trying to gaslight his viewers.
AKA, Saint is purposely being obtuse.
He then claims that I don't understand the rule of three because according to him, that was the only reason I thought it was AI. And once again, this is not what I said. What I said was that he used the rule of three times within 1 minute. My problem is not him using the rule of three, it's the fact he uses it 3 times within 1 minute. Yes, the rule of three is a thing that you're supposed to do when writing, but it's also used in every single ChatGPT script. And since he used it that often, this is what made me realize the video was AI. And you are trying to make it seem like this is the sole reason why I think the video was AI generated. Which is funny because you literally pre-watched the video. So at that point, you already knew I was going to show actual evidence and elaborate And instead of providing counter arguments or any valid criticism, you're just putting words in my mouth I never actually said. Before I address the next point, he thinks I'm a Hoyo shill.
Yeah, no, he's just literally a Hoyo.
This is not being a Hoyo show. No. This nigga does not know what a Hoyo show is. Being a Hoyo show means you defend anything Hoyoverse does, regardless of how bad it is. That's being a Hoyo show. That's what being a Korobot is as well. This nigga gave... If he was a Hoyo show, he wouldn't have given criticism towards Genshin Impact for what they did with Skirk and Escoffier. Because he felt that... He didn't like the fact that Escoffier was Skirk's best in slot team member. Is that not a criticism? Zom can correct me if I'm wrong about this.
Which is kind of a ridiculous thing to say when I literally criticized the games countless of times. I have countless videos criticizing and mocking the game for how bad it is. I've also been playing WUA since release. I enjoy both games, and this has nothing to do with the topic of this video. Stop trying to make it a thing that's about Hoyo versus Kuro, because it's not.
Yeah, when I started seeing people try to paint this as a Hoyo versus Kuro thing, I knew niggas were being blatantly obtuse. And that Saint Tontas was purposely guiding the conversation away from the valid criticism towards Glaive Kyo, because he did that same crap when it came to Brand Online reacting to Glaive Kyo's video about the 6.2 update and the buffs and everything else in it, along with the apology video, the quote-unquote apology video. So yeah, Saint Tontas is a purposely obtuse individual who does it on purpose, not by accident, but on purpose. This nigga ain't got no type of morals at all.
It's not about that.
The claims being made over here is that every single video, right, every single one is AI generated.
Another thing I want to mention is that we don't know 100% for sure if he's using AI in all his videos, but he is certainly using it in a lot of them.
Equating the usage of the rule of threes in a video script to using AI is not a real premise.
Buddy, this first example is an introduction to the point I was going to explain later on, not actual part of the evidence, and I made that very clear. If you fail to comprehend something as basic and simple as this, the problem is not me because I made sure to use the right words. The problem is you for having underdeveloped comprehension.
And it shows this nigga Saint Tontas has immaculate underdeveloped comprehension skills. See, I speak English and I'm over here stuttering. So I should just be typing up everything I say, right? Okay. Other than that, to get back to the point, yeah, this nigga clearly has no type of reading comprehension or media literacy, especially when how he engages in the conversation. And it's so crazy to see him try to position himself as this very smart individual who knows what he's talking about when he clearly doesn't. When he's purposely being obtuse, when he's purposely goalpost shifting, as we've seen over the course of the entire year. Ever since version 2 of Xenozone Zero dropped, we've seen him purposely be obtuse, purposely spread misinformation, purposely rile up the pot unjustly, just so that he can be like, oh, look how good Wuwa is. Good Wuwa, the new god I sucked the dick of. Oh, Hoyoverse bad, it's the devil. Like deadass.
Comprehension skills.
I don't get the point that's being made here.
Yeah, you know why that is? Because you literally misunderstood and rephrased every single one of my arguments 2 minutes into the video. Instead of trying to...
Zom, you're being too nice. I would have called that nigga retarded. Yeah, I would have said it. You're being obtuse and you're being blatantly retarded. I would have stood on my business and said that. Granted, I know that's not what you were trying to do here, but me, I'm not letting nobody slide. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't. And I use it a lot when I watch these videos by these content creators. I use it a lot because I'm expressing how dumb this really is. And of course, somebody's going to be like, oh, you must be making fun of mentally disabled people. Nope, because they're not a part of this conversation. The people who are a part of these conversations are people who are intelligent individuals who have common sense, who knows exactly what the crap they're doing and how they're engaging in arguments in a very obtuse, bad faith manner. So yes, I will call those individuals retarded. Cry about it.
to understand my reasoning, you just resort to calling me slurs and rephrasing my statements to the point where they don't make sense anymore. Every single one of your arguments can very simply be debunked by just watching the full video, which you didn't even do because you knew exactly that it would make.
Also, I'm gonna say this too. You see what's on screen right now? Premium team unit. There is no 4-star, and 2 of those 3 characters are best in slot for each other, aka Augusta and Yuna. But yet, Wuthering Waves is somehow free to play friendly. Somehow, Wuthering Waves does not do predatory team building and niche team building. Oh, they allow for freedom of team building. Yeah, sure, okay.
Make your entire reaction invalid. Another thing, take a look at this. As you guys can see, all of their scripts were not being detected as AI. Not a single one had even 1% AI in it.
Not a single one even had 1% AI in it. Okay. You can literally see right here, this one says 4%. Like, you can literally see right here, this one says 4%. And we just saw one that had 4% mixed.
Yeah, it says 4% mixed, not 4% AI. Activate your brain cells, dude.
See? You see what I'm talking about? It's blatantly and purposely being obtuse for the sake of the argument. For agenda pushing. Saint Tontas is the premium person to show to the world of what agenda pushing looks like. He is a premium conduit, a premium example of it. He's purposely being obtuse to push his agenda and push his narrative.
Dude, is he even listening to what I'm saying? I said not a single one had 1% AI, and this one says mixed. You are twisting my words because you cannot win any argument without manipulating and gaslighting your audience.
So, to wrap up this intro segment,
in this moment, he even acknowledges that it was an intro, and instead of correcting his previous claims, which were based on his assumption I was
Not gonna lie, that foot animation is crazy.
already providing evidence, he just keeps talking about the rule of 3, which was purely an introduction into the video and not actual evidence. And once again, he already pre-watched the video, which means the only reason why he even did all that was to gaslight the entire stream into making me look like I'm the bad guy. Next point, he claims I didn't show the exact videos I tested from the other content creators. He says that
we don't even know which videos these are and who they're from. It's just like, you might have actually done 30.
even 1% AI in it. And then when I actually show exactly which
See what I'm talking about? Blatant obtuse behavior. And people wonder why niggas don't F with Saint Tontas. You wonder why people like Foxhole, DJ King, and so on exist. Niggas wonder why Tuhu makes the videos that he makes. It's because of crap like this. It's shit like this is the reason why they make their videos. It's shit like this why they push back on this nonsense that's going on in the gacha space. These are the reasons why. And they've cultivated, and guess what? The people who feel the same way about it, they come flooding towards Foxhole, they come flooding towards Tuhu, they come flooding towards DJ King, and so on, so forth. Billy May. You get the point I'm making here, right? Because people are tired of it. They're tired of this.
videos I tested.
And that's why they've even flocked towards my own channel, because they know that I'm on the same wavelength as them, because we're tired of this nonsense. Also, this video made by these 2 videos, I reacted to these 2 videos. These 2 videos was freaking stupid, blatantly, by DDG2. These 2 videos were blatantly dumb, and I called it out rightfully so. Go check out those reactions; they're on my playlist. This one especially, this one was really dumb. This nigga sat here and compared, say that Columbina is going to be the next Mavwika. What sense does that make when she's a fucking support unit? She's not even a sub DPS. Oh, good Lord in heaven.
2 seconds later, he doesn't say anything, and instead of correcting his previous statement, he says nothing. Once again, he pre-watched the video, which means he just lied.
It's so crazy how he's sitting here not opening his mouth and talking at all, because the evidence that disproves him blatantly wrong is right in front of his mouth, right in front of his face actually. But he chose to be obtuse to say and act like he didn't see what he just saw. AKA, gotcha content creators like these expect you to have your freaking eyes not existing so that you can believe every word they tell you because they want you to act like your eyes don't see what the freak is in front of you.
Lied about me. He also put my own script into the AI detector, and because it was detected as 5% mixed and 95% human, he starts shifting the blame to the detector for not being reliable enough. Do you not realize how ridiculous that is? If the detector was actually that unreliable, then why is every single one of Glaive's videos being detected with such a high score, and all the other videos I showed are not being detected at all, or like 5% at most? If this detector was actually that unreliable, there would not be such a big difference. I used the most reliable AI detector in the world for a reason. And as for the last point, why is there proper punctuation in the scripts I copied into the AI detector? Well, first of all, I used this exact method for all the videos I tested, so this doesn't actually disprove anything. The reason I did this was because there's grammatical mistakes caused by the YouTube transcript, and in order to get a proper, fair score, I made sure all the videos have proper punctuation, including the ones that were detected as human. So this doesn't
If that's the case, there's nothing wrong with doing that either. It's to ensure that the AI detector detects properly. How can someone sit here and try to be like, oh, well, because you sat here and fixed the grammatical error of not like putting punctuations in, therefore this AI detector is wrong. Like, no, nigga, what? It's to ensure that the AI detector does its job properly with no mistakes. Huh? How can someone try to make that argument that's improper? You have to be obtuse to, you know what? You have to be you have to not understand how that AI detector works in order to try to make that argument that's what Zoom did to try to paint Glaive as using AI because of the detector. You have to be blatantly not knowing how that detector works to make that argument. Oh my lord.
disprove anything, and it doesn't change any of the facts I mentioned in the video. Let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comments, and as always, I wish everyone a nice and wonderful day.
This was a good video. I know my reaction is probably an hour and 40 minutes long, if not 2 hours long. Please forgive me for that, but I had a lot of things to say. This video, good video. You brought evidence, you brought pushback, valid pushback with valid argumentation that's easy to understand for people to understand. If people, after watching this video, still doesn't grasp and understand the crap that you were saying, even the evidence you brought forth that completely disproves St. Tosis' claim that you are racist because of what people said in your Discord server, and the nonsense that VXV Fiction was also on, then they are blatantly sheep to the content creators that they watch. They're sheep. That's what it is. And it's okay that they're sheep, because sheep are going to exist. They're going to be a flock of sheep who don't have any brain cells being guided by their false prophet shepherds. Because if you're wondering why I keep making this analogy about this whole false prophet shepherd thing, this is probably the second time I've done it in this reaction. It's because I've said this a lot in my earlier streams that I've done, especially when I'm talking with some of my friends while I'm live streaming. Like, I do this analogy because it shows how people act and how they engage in these conversations. Because most people act like sheep. These gotcha CCs, or just any type of YouTuber anyway, regardless of what content they type of make, right? They're going to cultivate an audience that's going to believe everything they say and everything they do without question, and just think, oh, they're 100% good people 24/7, or they could have never done this, that, and third. I won't believe anything like that, right? So you create a flock of sheep. And that since these gotcha CCs are the prophets or shepherds, the people, they guide their sheep, their flock, to move how they want them to, as shown with Saint Tontas and his community. He guides them like sheep, and they follow without question. And the people who do follow, but then question him and his behavior, they get immediately labeled as Hoyo shills, and they either get kicked out from his streams or Discord or whatever. And guess what? They're like, yo, I was valid in my opinion about this. Valid in my questioning of his behavior. So, and then they flock to individuals like me, which I welcome you with open arms. Anyway, so that you don't, continue following the path of falsehoods. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Zom, you did a really good job in this video, 100%. VHP Fiction was being a cornball. St. Tonto was also being shown to be blatantly a cornball as well. You provided good, solid evidence to show that you are not racist, and why you conducted your Discord server the way that you did. And all around, this is a good video. Good. You made a solid 10 out of 10 defense, in my honest to God opinion. And I wish you nothing but the best of luck moving forward. And that you stand on your business if anybody else decides to bring this up again, even in the future. Where they want to try to paint a narrative and try to act like history didn't happen, right? So I encourage you to keep all your videos up. Don't ever private any of these videos related to this drama. Don't private them, because they will try to create a narrative that suits them to paint you as the villain forever and ever moving forward. Because since Glaive Keo removed his videos of his take about the 6.2 update, guess what? Now people can easily paint this narrative for him that, oh, he didn't say this, he didn't say that, and try to make him a victim and try to paint Brand Online as a bad person for giving valid criticism towards them. So keep your videos up, twin. Other than that, this is a good video. Like, sub, turn on notification bell, join my YouTube community Discord, link is on my channel. Check out my yapping topics and yapping reaction videos. The playlists are on my channel as well. I'm working on a new yapping topics video. Hopefully I can get it posted within 2 weeks time, or in the next couple days. Hopefully so. I really wanted to get it done. I stream here on YouTube. I play Zenless, Genshin, Star Rail, and WoW, and 2 non-gacha games, which I need to get back into streaming those because those are fun to play. Links for these videos will be in the description, so you can go watch them for yourself. Both VXV Fiction's reaction and to this video made by Zome, and to my to Zome's video itself. I will be doing a reaction to VXV Fiction's take on this, just so I could show you the nonsense of it all. I already reacted to parts of it, so I probably will not talk for a good portion of the time. But anyway, or if I decide to change my mind and not react to it, then I'll let y'all know in the community, in my community tab, or community post, or in my comment section underneath this reaction. Anyway, that's all I have to say. This is KallaTheUnc signing out. Peace and good day to you all.